Hey, what's up everybody? I'm replacing the bearings on this 97 Honda Recon. I just wanted to point out a few things because some other videos doesn't show it quite too good. I've already got the bearings in here. There's two. Let me get in here. There's two bearings in there. Alright, and this is your little clip that goes in front of them that holds them in there. I just used this little flathead to pick it out. It's not too bad, but you just pick it out and some needle nose or something. To get them in there, when I first started, let me grab. Alright, this is the bearing that goes on the other side. I just put it in there and lightly tapped it with a hammer. Tap around the edges. Be careful. Only hit on the outer edges. And I wasn't going to go buy a socket. I also put this block of wood in here and ran it around the edge, hammering it. Once I got it in there, I was able to use this and made sure that it was on the outer edge. And you got to hit this stuff pretty hard. These bearings are tougher than they look. But just keep it on the outer edge going around, and you gotta, like I say, you gotta rear back and hammer it pretty good. But anyway, that's your left side. Also, this has no effect on driving your drive shaft out. I mean your axle, excuse me. Once you take all this off right here, you can hammer your axle out. Okay, now here's some issues that I ran into with my axle. My brake drum was stuck on there, and I had to bust it off with a sledgehammer. I also had to cut it. Okay, and there's my new brake drum. But yeah, it was shut. There wasn't no getting it off, and these come in very handy. A porter cable cutter, grinder. Those will help you for cutting purposes. But anyway, also I couldn't get this off. This was stuck. I tried beating it with a hammer. You can see some of the edges to where I just beat it and beat it. And this thing's tougher than you look, but you don't want to go beating on it too hard. But it would not come off. Reason being, this collar was rusted on as well, welded. This collar was just seized on there, so there wasn't any beating this off without breaking it. So what I did was drive the axle out and let the brake drum pull this out with the collar and all, and I was able to get everything from there to save buying this and a brake drum. Trying to cover all bases. But yeah, if you have problems getting these off, it's this collar welded on. Same problem I was having. And you may just want to get a sledgehammer, and I had to whack on it. I had to whack hard to get everything off and get the axle out, including this. But also, this little O-ring here, when you slide your axle in, this little rubber O-ring sits on that lip. I don't know if it's zooming in or not, but you once you get past those splines, it's right there, and that sits right here on that metal lip. Okay, and that's gonna seal that right there. But in those other videos, they didn't quite show it too good. But once you slide your brake drum on, you slide your rubber O-ring over to right there. And then there's another lip, and then that collar. that collar rides on this seal. I looked and looked on the internet. I didn't know what this was. I didn't know if it was an extra bearing, but this is just a rubber seal. I was able to look it up on Bike Bandit. But this is just that. And don't knock it all the way in like I did. I knocked it all the way to that metal lip right there. So I had to pull it back out flush. Right there. You want it flush right here. And that's gonna ride on this other part behind your brake drum. But anyway, I hope this helps somebody, because this sucker was seized. Everything was. The brake lever was seized. I freed it up. And yeah, folks, I hope this helps somebody, because I ran into some big time problems with it. Anyway, all right, take it easy.